start in 1993, been one of the most popular card games to exist. This is its most updated client, MTG Arena, wherein it is its first online real excursion into the professional world of gaming. Each game of Magic starts with color. From the 5 colors, there is black, white, green, red, and blue. Each of these colors brings its own distinct and unique taste to its playstyle. Each color can be combined with another for even better characteristics. And the deck begins with card selection. Every deck consists of creatures, spells known as sorceries, and instants, enchantments, and to make it all happen, lands. Lands are the cards that act as mana for your deck and is what used to cast the cards. As you can see in their top right, they have symbols that represent how much mana each of them cost. This one, Thought Erasure, costs a blue and a black for an overall of 2. You see the number next to the symbol of color, and that means any generic mana will do and can pay its cost. In order to really learn about Magic, you have to play the game, so what we're going to do is just jump straight into a game here. Take a little bit to queue up. Every hand starts with 7, and if you do not like your hand, you can go down to 6 cards and replace it. I like this hand. We have a good spread of mana and early game creatures combined with a spell, so I will keep this hand. Our opponent goes first. We draw a card at the beginning of our turn, and I will play a blue land here. And he says hello. Let's say hello back. And I will play this card, Top-Bound Phantasm, which is 1 mana for a defender, which says it cannot attack, and has a couple other things we'll come to bear as we go. So I'll now play a black mana. I will play this creature. Now every creature comes in with Summoning Sickness, which means they cannot attack the moment they come into play. And he also has Surveil, which says look at the top card of my library, which is the cards in our deck, and we can keep it in our library, keep it on top here, or we can put it into our graveyard. Now I'm going to play this land, and I will put out another Thought-Bound Phantasm, and put out a Barrier of Bones, which is another defender, which lets us Surveil. So we can choose to keep this card on top of our library, or we can put it in our graveyard. Since we don't really need it right now, I am going to actually put it into our graveyard. Each deck can have 4 cards of the same, and because we did that action, surveilling with the Barrier Bones, we get to increase these creatures' power and toughness. Power and toughness, from left to right, it has 3 power and 3 toughness. And I think I will hold back, as I do not want my creature to die here. Now his creature has about basically the same thing. Whenever you did that little action that we just did, which was surveilling, he puts a 1/1 counter. He's going to destroy my Night Veil Sprite. And he's going to attack, and that's fine. Now what we can do is we can play this enchantment, which lets us draw a card, and they discard a card. Each turn consists of phases. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Untap is where you see that these lands are tapped. When start of our turn, we untap them. Upkeep, something can happen. It just has to, something we control has to say that we have it. And it looks like he's going to destroy yet another of our creatures and surveil. There is 2 main phases. The first main phase allows you to play creatures, play spells, do anything of the sort, and move to combat, where they assign attackers to reduce your life total, which is the main focus of the game, to reduce your opponent's life total from 20 to 0. So I think I'll go ahead and surveil here. And I kind of like that one, so we'll grab that one for now, and then we'll draw it. And then I will not, because I can't attack, we'll move to my second main phase, where I could play this, but I want to hold this open in order to not have them cast anything really big. So we'll wait on our opponent here. We move to, normally through our end step after their second main, to give our opponent time to do anything that they would like. See, I don't like this going away, so I'm just going to let them not play that. And we draw this card, which allows us to play our big creature. I'm actually going to use its ability to pay 2 life and surveil, which will get us this Thought Erasure on top so that we can draw it next turn. And then I'll move to combat. But because this has 3 counters on it, which is increasing its power and toughness 3 times, I can attack with it. Now, this creature's ability can happen at instant speed, which means I can do it at any time, even on my opponent's turns. I can use the ability either in response to something or before something happens. Alright, so first off, I'm going to just do that there. I can assign mana the way I want it to. Nice. So because they did that, I'm going to use this. And I'm going to get to look at their hand and see what they have. See, I don't like that, so I'm just going to send that away. We're going to keep that on top, because I like that card. I'm just going to play this land for turn. I won't use his ability. What I will do is attack with my Thoughtbound Phantasm. And he's going to allow it through. And we're just going to hit him. Now he can use the Price of Fame, which he's going to, but before he actually does that, I'm going to use my creature's ability to do that one more time. And I'm actually going to put that on top. And that gets another trigger on our creature there. So he's probably going to attack. Yes, he is. Now we're kind of on a clock here, as next turn he can kill us. So I'm going to do this. And then we'll draw a card. Looks like with that we put him to 1 health, but sadly he is going to beat us to the punch and reduce our life total to what is now less than 0, and we will lose. Well, that's it. We lost. That's fine. In Magic the Gathering Arena, you have quests. Quests that allow you to gain gold, and in which case, open packs. Packs in real life will normally cost you about $5, and you can open 15 cards from them. Consist of 5 commons, 2 uncommons, and a rare or mythic card. In this case, we get a rare named Tome of the Guild pack, which is a pretty decent card. It's a pretty okay pack. That is all for me. Thank you for enjoying, and have a good night.